all on these niggas when I finally compose myself on how I want to do it because of all that fucking erection day shit.
Hey, run the numbers up, my nigga. Look, man, I'm, you know what? I'm tired of American men, and this was the biggest thing I got from the Donald Trump thing. I'm tired of American men capitulating to women's feelings and migrants and everybody else. I'm tired of them taking away from what made men great in order to make somebody else feel better about being inadequate.
So, sorry for what Trey said. I wouldn't be surprised because he has said in the past that like he worked with the feds and stuff, and he has like threatened people with like like I'm gonna plant drugs in your car and shit like that. He said this like publicly on live streams.
Bro, that's when I knew I had a real one and shit. When I got into it with online, when Angry Man had to quell the beef, freaking Mrs. VBD was like, let's ride. She's like, I'll get the shovel. Let's ride. What the fuck? What is the guy? Did he drop his location?
Did he drop his location? It's nasty work. You know what's so crazy, bro? I was on a stream with some cops one day. I don't know who had me on this police ass stream, and they were like, "Man, police brutality is bad," and we didn't. I said, "Look, man, I've never been afraid of the police shooting me. I'm afraid that the cocaine in his pocket will be cocaine in my pocket before I get to the station. Their job is not to
That's the
kill me.
problem.
I'm just saying, their job not to kill me. Their job is to detain me for money, to hold me for ransom. They're not doing their job. If
They
they,
gotta make that quota.
you know what I mean? So people have a unrealistic. I have seen the type of malarkey that people do to the police, and I'm like, I'd have shot their ass. Like some of these police got the patience of Job, bro. I'm like, I'd have been shot their ass. Nobody accounts for the lack of decency that they have for authority. Like nobody gives a fuck. They anarchists. And you coming in, what the fuck you pull me over for, nigga? Put your hands on the car. Fuck you, I ain't doing shit, bitch. And they make these situations and then they get shot like, oh my God, they got shot over a traffic incident. If you take away the nuance and all the things that happen between the pullover and the shoot, yeah. But things happen between that. There's incidents like the dude that got shot in Ohio. He was in Walmart playing with a plastic gun. That was foul. The dude that got shot because he had child support. He didn't want to get arrested for child support and he ran and the cop was too lazy to chase him and shot him in the back. That's foul. But a lot of this shit be you don't know
Why
how
is
to
it
talk.
foul? Why is it foul? Like if a white dude does that and runs, we just all gonna laugh. We're like, man, look at that. Man, look at Billy Bob getting shot, dumbass. Like if a nigga does it too, like dumbass.
Nah, you're
Like
supposed
if
to
you,
chase by law, you're supposed to chase down the perpetrator. You're not
but,
supposed
but
to.
still, if you dumb enough to turn your back and run from the cops after fighting with them, man, you get everything that's coming your way. Like you just brought that cosmic justice into your life. Well, you don't know what that cop went through that morning. That cop could be a cuck at home. He might have walked in on the Quan smashing his wife, and that day you decided to try him.
Hey man, most of them cooks at home. I ain't gonna front on that one. I mean,
It's the
This is
thing, man.
true.
It's like you fuck with the cops. You just sit there, shut the fuck up. But if you do something, you just start antagonizing them. You don't know what's been going on in that man's life.
hey, look, bro. I'm not gonna argue that point. Like that. All I'm saying, bro, is I understand. Like people, especially people without adult supervision, right? Without male authority, they don't know how to handle authority. So when authority comes, do you know the most disrespectful thing that black people say? That every time they say it, I be like, "You bitch ass nigga." When they call white people the man, then what the fuck are you?
Man.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I had to deal with the man before I headed to the crib. Like, why you live in the crib? Is you a baby?
Man, it sound like the opening to the movie Baby Boy, man.
You know, bro. When I was 8 years old, living around 99.9% niggas, I used to wonder these things. I just, at 8 years old, my brain just started clicking, and I just started wondering, like, why do these people around me act like this? What is wrong with these people? I get to school, thank God it was 10% white, and I was with the honors kids. That was like my like. I loved going to school just to get away from niggas.
Yo, Trey, it's an IQ thing. We have to go ahead and tell a lot of the community, just like the ones in the selection, what I'm saying, they was supposed to be put in the classes, what I'm saying, along with me. I for some reason the Most High fixed me, but the rest of them, no, they belong in that motherfucker. These particular individuals are so imbecile that you could literally show them what's going on, and they still can't work themselves out of the paper bag, bro. But continue.
You know,
It's like this. I look at it like this: the dudes I grew up with, and those 10% of white kids that went to school with me, they were poorer than us. They were from the trailer park. Like I'm talking, like didn't even wore the same pair of clothes and shoes every single day. Like some of these kids, I don't even think they ate. They were dirty. But I tell you this: fast forward 40, 45 years. All these dudes, white dudes, are productive. They went in the military. They like law enforcement, started the business. They're all productive. The niggas, they are, oh man, Kamala. Oh man, they hate us. Like, what?
Well, Trey, poverty, this thing called hunger, hunger and poverty will either make you or break you. And unfortunately, when you have a whole community that's used to people to prolong their suffering with little gimme that's and little trinkets called welfare, this is what happens. This is what we get the ridicule for. But continue.
now I get what Trey's saying. There's a something as simple as having pride in your last name can take you a long way. Having expectations on you takes you a long way. No man, there's so many stories about. I was the first person in my family to go to college. Nigga, I had to go to college. It was like we all go to college, and your sisters, your cousins, nigga, what school you? No, like, don't worry about what school you going to. We sending you to Savannah. I'm like, Savannah? I don't want to go to no fucking Savannah. You got to go to college. Like when standards are placed on you, you will rise to the occasion. The problem is there's no standards because there's no order or structure to being colored. It's just die for a bitch and kill a nigga over a bitch. And that's your life, and then you die. Blame everything on the white man. Die. It's crazy work. Do not recommend. Hey, DWS, suck my swiller. Look, let me tell you, when I went to college, college wasn't gay. But I will tell you this, though. Now, college wasn't gay. College being gay. But I went to a college where I don't even know. I don't even remember college. I know I went, bro. Only thing I remember about college is I didn't like nobody there. I flew kites in the quad because I didn't want to be around people. I ended up going to the dollar show and saw the Lion King, and I cried by myself in the theater. Don't tell nobody though. But Mufasa died. I cried. I ain't gonna front. And then I joined the football team as a walk-on. Girls gave me pussy because I had a jersey. And then I came back to Chicago. I don't really remember college like that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I just look at college like, when I escaped away from niggas, like I wish as soon as I got there as a freshman, like I would have just surrounded myself with those good white people. These white boys I know that are millionaires now. You
I went to an
know?
HBCU, bro. I had no white
Yeah.
people. I went to an
Oh,
HBCU. That's why I don't
uh,
remember that shit. I'm like, dumbass man.
I'll tell you this. I know you're a little bit younger than me, Dirty, but it wasn't that gay. Even that, like, I went to school 15 minutes from Hampton. Right up the road from SKC's Hampton, and
That was
I
20
went down
years
there.
ago. They weren't gay yet, bro.
Yeah,
College
yeah,
was
but
still
still,
freaknicky. It was
yeah,
still on.
93. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
93.
still
Freak nigga just ended. We
yeah,
just the tail end of Greek Fest. Um,
yeah, it
but
wasn't
we
gay
but
yet.
even but even going down to Hampton, it still felt like 13th grade. Like I mean, because all the dudes I knew there were dumb niggas I grew up with. They were just playing football there.
Yep, that was
And
Hampton. And Hampton was a beautiful campus, but that was Hampton.
yeah, we go down there to go to the homecoming between Hampton and Norfolk State to see the band. Me, I want to see some football, bro. How come the stadium empty out as soon as halftime's over? Then around campus, like you gotta like give like your name of your firstborn to get anywhere in a building there. Like it's trippy to control, bro. And but this was 93. So 93 to 97. So but I guess now like seeing some of these videos, yeah, it's different because then the dudes still kind of dress GQ. Not everybody like if you was thugged out, one of them New York niggas coming down there, they looked at you kind of weird if you was trying to dress all criminal like because you get stopped. Motherfucking police are gonna stop you
When,
if
when,
you look
when
like you was a drug dealer.
so in the '90s, right? When we went to college, because I ain't skip you, Dita, but some about prefect trad. That's wild. That's crazy work, bro. That was crazy. But we still talking about when people wore HBCU sweatshirts. Niggas had Kanai outfits. Like the Cosby Show was popping. Everybody wanted to go to college because a different world came out.
Yeah.
Like it was a different time. Like, but we was kicking it though. Like it was different. You went up there and you kicked it, but now college is always has always been a place where you're supposed to explore. Like it's your gateway to adulthood, right? It's like jail, right?
No, God, you sound like them damn white girls in the fucking
No, no,
middle
no,
of
no,
nowhere.
no. Because jail, college, and the army are just alike. You're gonna end up living with people you don't know eating ramen noodles, right? But during that time, you're supposed to make your own schedule, pick your own path. What ended up happening was that all the girls that Trey and me, to be honest, went to college with are goofy bitches who couldn't read in college. And Trey, you just called it 13th grade, my nigga, right?
Yeah.
And they got pregnant in college or maybe came to college with a baby already. And now these are the motherfucking girls having kids that's in college now. They made it gay. It's Trey's fault. It's my fault too.
No, 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 no,
We
no. No, I'll tell you whose fault it is. And well, just for the 757, I don't know if y'all are familiar with the 757. We got a lot of famous niggas out of there. Mike Tomlin, my roommate Darren Sharper, Alonzo Mourning. But one nigga destroyed the 757. Nigga I played against, Iverson, Bubba Chuck.
Bubba
That
Chuck.
nigga, that nigga destroyed the 757 because once he came out, because he got that Georgetown the draft. Now all them chicks wanted the thug nigga like Iverson. Like before, it was kind of taboo. You didn't really tell nobody you was fucking with a thug nigga. They chick kept it on the low. But once Iverson went big, that was it, man. Then all these freaking PG County chicks, Richmond chicks, 757 chicks, even chicks out there with them Hodge twins niggas from the Redbone, Huguenot chicks. They wanted freaking, gangsta ass niggas and shit like Iverson. Light skinned
And
thugs like freaking Chris Brown from Tappahannock.
what happened with Iverson? He went broke trying to bring the hood with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and
but,
you know what?
but even still, he changed the landscape of the NBA from classy Jordan to thug freaking Iverson.
I agree. I had that whole argument with Jay Prince for president early. He talking about, man, it's hood niggas. It's the hood niggas around the world, nigga. Like all the NBA niggas ain't got no daddy. And we're like, all of them had dads until Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
All of them
Man, I
came from
mean,
two-parent households until Allen Iverson.
yeah, man, I ran in a crew opposite of Iverson and shit. I just woke up when I got shot. But yeah, man, I mean, I ran with his first cousin, man. This nigga went to fucking kill him out there with
And
out there at
don't,
Plaxico School and shit. The freaking Neptunes and shit.
don't
Clips,
forget
all
about
the niggas was
KG.
out there.
Don't
That's
forget about
correct.
KG too.
I don't,
Dirty.
I don't know, bro. Nah, shout out to KG. Even though I met the dude and I ain't like him. And Ronnie Fields. I ain't care for Ronnie either. That's why they say never meet your idols. I'm like, y'all boys can hoop. They was assholes, bro. And they was traveling vice lords. But anyway, um
Okay.
Allen Iverson did not make college gay, bro. I'm not gonna let you put that on AI. I don't know what made college gay. It just turned gay like in 2010, like all of a sudden, bro. Like, yeah,
Okay, does anybody think like
No, it started going
okay,
gay around the 2000s.
does anybody think they spun CERN up? Because I'll straight up. I was in Afghanistan and Germany from like '03 to like '07. I wasn't in the US maybe like 3 or 4 times. But when I came back, it was like I was in a different fucking universe. Everything was gay. What the fuck happened?
bro, everything turned gay. I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you the first strike of everything turning gay. I watched that happen between 2008 and 2011. I was in real time like this shit's gay. In '08, they went to the Supreme Court to make all women fat, right? That's not technically what happened. What they did was they sued Mattel because they said Barbie was too pretty and gave women an unrealistic expectation of beauty. So women aren't supposed to be slim. Women are supposed to be big. Black women took that to a different level and say it's our culture to be big because fat women they get raped by massa, so we supposed to be fat. I'm like, y'all was gorgeous in the '80s, nigga. I couldn't wait to turn to a teenager. I was a little kid, like, man, I want to fuck one of my sister friends. In the '90s, y'all was butterface, like y'all had good bodies, but y'all got uglier. 2000s, y'all was bad. What made y'all fat in 2015? What made y'all gay? Like, why all of a sudden in 2010 they wrote out the books like Me, Mom, and Mommy, My Two Dads, all these transgender books, and they're talking about we gonna launch these in the public school system in 2015, but they was planning in 2010. I'm like, when did we start gearing up for gay? And then you telling me I'm wrong because I'm like, I don't care if you gay, but I'm not gay, so now I'm homophobic because I won't let you suck me off. What, bro? Look, man. We let girls talk with clothes on. From the 1990s, we started letting them talk with clothes on because they was cute and we was at Freaknik. And then it's all went downhill, bro. The more they talk, the more it went downhill, bro.
And that's what it all boils down to, is just letting these women talk with clothes on. Like, that was a grave mistake that our ancestors made.
Well, you remember, like, Freaknik was like a couple years before me. It was, in between me and my older brothers, Freaknik. They didn't participate, they were too old, and I was too young. But, I watched it, like, with hawk eyes, and I saw these girls would go away because the younger girls, my generation, would still go down there because they could get in the clubs. But they would go and they would come back and they'd pretend like nothing ever happened. Now, they will go, they will celebrate it, they will TikTok it, they will Instagram it, and they'll try to monetize it.
And
It's
then,
it's a
and then if they can't, they'll say everybody raped them. That's where we at now.
Get out of there, dirty.
Cause that
hey,
look, Kappa Beach party the same way, bro. Go down to Galveston. They all in a hotel, running through the hallways naked, doing whatever they want to do. As soon as they get pregnant by a man they don't know, they telling their boyfriend, "I got raped." They just fucking liars, bro. If they breathing, they lying, my nigga.
yeah, but I know a lot of people in the chat speculating it, but this is what RFK is for. If they RFK is like on a one-man mission against seed oils. Folks can blame. I'm a carnivore, folks. Can blame it on carbs. It ain't the carbs. Remember, man, Mexicans were eating carbs for fucking what 100 years and didn't get fat. The Japanese still do it. They eat all these carbs. They don't get fat. It's the seed oils and what else? The high fructose corn syrup. It's
I
pumped
agree.
into American foods.
I agree with that.
That's what's making these hoes fat because not just I use some anecdotal evidence. Every time I go to the doctor, they see my age. They like, huh? What? I stopped eating seed oils in 2011. I haven't eaten spaghetti in like 13 years. Hardly anything processed.
Bro,
Only
I
time I
don't eat
really
fish.
started eating it again was in the truck stops, and
I
they
don't eat,
look at me like I'm crazy because I ain't on no pills.
bro. I don't eat salt. I don't eat fish. I don't eat beef. I don't eat chicken. Like they be like, you have great blood pressure. I'm like, I ain't supposed to. I ain't stressed out. Somebody get on my nerves or slap them. I don't take it home and harbor it. You know what though? Here's the thing. I want to comment on
Yeah,
something.
dirty. I'm not gonna say it the same way you say it, but aisle five definitely takes a lot of stress out of your life.
It does, bro, because you don't have to sleep on it and think and be in your head all day. Like I should have did this. I should have said that. Nah, nigga, just go for it. You know what? Cortez, birth control did not make him gain weight because black women don't use birth control. That's why they love abortion. Um, he told you what made him. Look, I believe, and it's the estrogen in the food too. Have you noticed that these little 13-year-old girls is big as shit, but 13-year-old boys look like Somali refugees?
These niggas all shaped like their mama.
They all skinny as fuck, man. I saw kids get out of seventh, eighth grade, bro. Me and my boy was driving past the school. All them boys look malnourished, and all them girls bigger than me. I said, how the fuck are they eating the boys?
You know, I don't know if y'all noticed it in the young niggas, but the young niggas, I'm talking like late Zoomers and alphas, they think the default is for niggas to be skinnier than a girl.
No, man. If I can't pick her up, I can't date her, bro. At least I
Bro,
got.
it's a weird concept, but man, these young dudes, you know, I started noticing it at my daughter's when she was in the band, my other daughter when she recorded the football games, and I'd listen to these little young niggas. I'd see who they was dating. Like you said, they all look like Somalis, and the chicks were all they just kept getting thicker and thicker and thicker.
Yo, hoodie. That never mind. Louis up here. And
You know why, right?
well,
Because look at they mamas.
well, to what like dirty folks and fucking Trey was just talking about. Like, yeah, that's been a thing that's been going around for a while. It's like these dudes are skinny as fuck, but they got like the biggest bitch ever.
Because
And
they mama's the biggest bitch ever. Let's be real.
well,
Let me
well, the
hold,
thing
hold
is,
on real quick. Hold on. Let me get Red Pill Sleeper in here. So I was actually gonna shut this down in a little bit, but let me get you guys in the chat before we wind this down. Red Pill, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
Chilling.
that
I thought
like
Hood was
he's
asleep. I thought
mostly
we was
going
just
to
rocking.
Louis.
No, I was listening. I went and had to grab something to eat real quick, but I was listening, and I'm sitting here at the
Yeah,
computer now, but I'm still just kind of listening. I'm letting it rock out till we wind down.
yeah, I
But
was
Red
eating
Pill,
too.
yeah,
That's
this
why I was
what made
quiet.
you jump on the panel, Red Pill? I don't think we ever spoke before, so welcome to the show, man.
Yo, thank you for having me up. With that thing with the chicks getting fat. I'm 49 and I'm from Jersey. When these girls were getting these birth control shots, that's when they start blowing up. Like in the late 90s, early 2000s. And two, these girls do not know how to cook. They eat
There
all
you go.
processed food.
There you go. That's the underlying reason. I'm with you
Because
on that.
when I came up, boys and girls were shaped the same, rail thin right before they hit puberty. And that's when the girls start developing, right like around junior and senior year in high school. Now you have girls like where I work at, you see like 13-year-olds that is just fully bloomed and just fat. Like all this processed foods is affecting their hormones.
Good evening, fellas. Good evening,
How?
Hoodservative.
Optimus, welcome to the show, bro. What's going on, man?
Thank you. First of all, congratulations to everybody. Trump won.
Thank you. Yeah,
Uh,
congratulations to you too.
Yep,
thank
Yeah,
you.
congrats,
Thank you.
congratulations to
congrats.
yourself.
Thank you. I want to say something about the. I didn't realize who was saying about they didn't eat pasta for about 15 years or some shit.
Yeah, that was me,
But
Trey.
okay. What was your name?
Trey.
Trey. Okay. So I went to Italy for a month about 4 years ago. Now five, right before COVID, and they eat a lot of pasta, and I did not see one fat Italian.
Well,
Now
they eat a lot of pasta, but they're not eating it in large amounts.
It's not it, bro. It's the
That's why
ingredients
they
inside our pasta.
it is the ingredients inside because I asked around. I was like, every restaurant I went, everybody was having pasta, and all the dishes you order come with pasta. There's hardly any rice. But everyone does eat pasta and bread. Everything is cold cut sandwich breads.
Well,
And
the
I,
thing is,
I asked
they're
around, and you know that glyphosate is outlawed in Europe. They cannot spray glyphosate, which is Roundup, which is what we spray here. That's just one of the things, but they said there's a whole list of things that we use, like atrazine, that they don't use. So I believe it's not the carbs, it's not the sugar, it's not even because pasta is considered processed food, but it's the poison in the soil and that they spray on the
Well,
plants.
well, we can't blame it all on chemicals because the thing is, like you're talking about Italy specifically, like over there, like yeah, they might eat pasta all the time, but they're not eating 2 to 3 plates in one sitting,
Well,
which
Well,
is
that's
a
true.
big
I
they
mean,
drop.
eat more. But
I,
here's the thing on the chemicals. Like the high fructose corn syrup is chemically processed. Any seed oil is chemically processed. That's all chemicals. And any
I
here's when
I
I
don't
cook
think they
food,
use seed oils over there. I really don't.
no, they don't.
Now
I
When
think it's
you
I do
Wait,
use seed oil.
hold on, real quick, before you guys get too deep into the health food stuff. Let me pass it to John real quick. John, welcome to the show, and let me say this. Thank you for coming by, because yeah, you welcome me to your panel, and I've been kicking my feet up on your couch a lot lately, so it's good to have you
Oh,
on
yeah.
here, man. What's going
What's
on?
up, man? What's up,
Okay,
everyone?
bro, like we have,
well,
hey John.
What's up,
well,
man?
how
Yeah,
you doing, John?
John been like the new hangout for me lately. I'll be driving a lot lately. I've been just chilling over there a lot.
Yeah, I seen you when SKC was going over there. I was thinking about hopping up, but it was
No, it's
rolling
interesting.
time
It's
over there.
good times. But John, welcome to the show, man. Anything you want to add to the show? Because like I said, we were going to wind down soon, so I want to make sure I got everybody up here real quick before we actually closed out.
Yeah, I've been thinking that Trump has built more or less a working class party, and I find it interesting that only 9% of the black women joined the party, in a sense. They're the smallest group of any other race of people to vote for Trump. And I think a lot of them are more or less in the administrative state on welfare, UBI, things like that, where they are detached from the economy, hence, the small numbers of voting for Trump. And I just wonder how that plays out with the black men that, have to date these same women. And the black men, I think, came in about 23% for Trump. And I just think that, all this education among the blacks has created kind of people that are disconnected from the economy, and Trump is kind of the working class party, and the blacks ain't in it.
That is an interesting vector for like another gender war conversation, where it's like a lot of women, either through benefits or direct employment, they have a closer attachment to the government and all that the government would represent, which would mean, the DEI and the social, sexual politics and whatnot. Whereas, like men, not only are the men unattached from the government the way the women are, but the social, sexual politics seems to be directly going against what men would care for. And so it's like the government is kind of facilitating this gender divide and gender war in a lot of ways. And I think that's why, one, a lot of the men or the more patriarchal leaning groups did turn out for Trump, which is, it doesn't surprise me, and it tracks very well that not a huge amount of black men voted for Trump, like especially compared to last time, but the black community put up big numbers for Kamala. It was other groups that voted for Trump for the most part. The gender thing it takes on a different dynamic outside of Black America. Black America seems to be like ground zero for the matriarchal social order.
Yeah, I think
well, my sister is a single mother, and I'm telling you, the government is like daddy to these women.
Yeah.
They don't have a
And
daddy
husband. And
or a
husband.
husband. Yeah, a daddy husband, exactly.
Oh, John, you were about to say something.
I think, with the Hispanic men at 45%, they damn near voted at the same clip as white men for Trump. The Hispanic women, I think, were 35%, about 20% off from white women, and about 20% more than black women. Hell, Hispanic women voted for Trump more than black men. So I think you're seeing some alignment there, some economic alignment in that the whites and Hispanics, they have similar interests and they can get along well with each other. You're seeing it in the economy.
But it's
It's not,
economically based.
John. It's not that. Because I'll tell you the areas. It's cultural and ideological because there's still a sense of a patriarchy in a lot of Hispanic communities, and there's still a sense of machismo in those communities. They haven't fallen victim Like, well, you kind of look at it, you look at Dominicans that live in New York in the Heights versus Dominicans everywhere else, those that got away. And I just watched my wife's peoples. It is that the mindset is completely different once you remove yourself from the handout mentality, folks, the ones that are still up in the hood projects.
I think American man, he's still here. American man is here, and he will understand what I'm saying very well. Is that the Hispanic man doesn't have to necessarily agree wholeheartedly with the white man, but as long as he come on that plumbing job and do the job, yes sir, no sir, and they can be aligned and they can have a strong alignment there because their interests are combined. I think
It's not a race thing, bro.
That's not a
It's a
race.
proximity thing. It's nowhere near race. It's depending on where you're at, who you're dealing with. Because Mexican in Chicago ain't gonna like rock like some Tejano folks in Texas or some freaking hood gangster dudes out in freaking LA.
And,
Yeah,
and,
that's
and
fact.
listen,
It's a whole
on the
different
other side,
mentality.
on the other side of that coin, the black community, such as it were, I see it as holding itself back from levels of progress and advancement by being so firmly attached. Like it's putting yourself in the race bubble. Whereas like other groups of people, they stick to their own in ways that matter, like they want to date among themselves or whatever, but they don't have this like vicious racial thing that the black community seems to want to hold on to.
because I think honestly, Hood, I think a lot of it, man, is like if you're a plumber, the most racist white man, if he call you, he needs you. He
Right.
gonna get over that race. You know what I'm saying? He
Yep.
gonna get one. But if you are a social worker, that racist white man just may not want you in his house. Period. He don't give a damn what you're
Well,
doing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
How
And
many
I feel
racist
you. I
white people
feel
do
you.
y'all really come across,
Yeah,
man?
like for
You
real though.
only come
Like
across the
honest to God,
racist
bro.
niggas, man.
Well,
How
no,
many
hold on,
racist
hold
white
on.
people do you really come
You,
across, man?
the so-called racist white man has no practical need for the social worker, but and that's the issue, right? And
Fact.
for one of the things I see with like the black issue, the black social issue, or especially in politics, really, it's this issue of wanting to be respected for being black, as opposed to being respected for having a skill or an achievement.
Not even respected her. They just want that love. They want that hug
They
that
want to
the white
love,
man never gave them.
but
But,
that their
but that's
mama
the
never
thing.
gave them.
That's the
But don't
thing.
you guys
Standing on achievements and skills would preclude your desire to want just a general hug.
it's my price, man. That's what I'm saying, yeah.
I keep hearing that, all these white racist people, but I've never come across one. I've come across a whole lot of white people that recognize patterns, but I've never come across the racist one.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
I,
I don't really have I don't have a huge like hatred for the few racists that I've actually come across with. It was more of a, listen, I don't hate black people, but there's
What?
these things.
So
you know what?
just real quick, I want to build off of what like John just said. Shout out to you. Um, yeah, the most racist white man because I do like construction stuff. So yeah, I've worked with like racist white dudes before, and once they see you could do the job, like we can laugh at Mexicans and Indians together.
Yeah,
They're
I
not
think
gonna tell me what they're not gonna tell me what they think about black people. But we can laugh about them together.
I
right.
think
we,
So,
people
we can bond over shared racism on other
no. You
people.
know what's so crazy
Yeah,
about that?
pull up Portia's comment. Pull up Portia's comment. And I would respond from being 21 years in the Army, I met plenty of white guys who were pattern recognizers. And they would tell me straight to my face, it get to a point where like, man, you're not like the rest of them.
Come on, they
Why
called you
are
one of
you
the good
different?
ones. You let them call you one of the good ones. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. I'll never forget this. I was 17 years old. A white man tried to change my life, and I lost his phone number in Cleveland.
Whoa,
There's
whoa,
nothing
whoa,
that happened
whoa!
in Cleveland.
Damn it, dirty.
Whoa. Yeah, pause.
No, it's not as nefarious. Get your man out the gutter. Look, I was selling door to door. I was doing door to door sales at 17, right? Because I was trying to get out of Chicago, get out my, get out the city. And everybody told me how racist Boston was, and Boston was really racist. But 45 minutes out, there was a suburb that the name I can't remember for nothing no more, but it was the home of Kodak. And I tried to sell this dude, and he was like, he invited me in his backyard. We drinking lemonade. He let me pitch him for like 20 minutes. And then he was like, I'm not going to buy nothing you selling. He said, but you're smart. You don't need to be going door to door selling things. He said, man, I'm the executive VP at Kodak. Bro, I got a job for you. I know you ain't from here. I help you get a little apartment or something. You know what I'm saying? I just take it out your check. I dock your check to get the bread. You don't need to be doing that. And and I asked him. He said, "Look, I don't care about race. I care about qualification." And he told me that at 17. And as I went through the journey of my life, I've had more quote unquote rednecks give me an opportunity to feed myself and my family than any Keisha that's ever worked in human resources and any college educated black man that's ever worked in human resources.
Hey,
Well,
Hood.
here's the issue is that with that dirty is that once you remove 304s, hoes, drags from the argument, men naturally align in a hierarchy.
I
There is
agree.
no time for that racial nonsense.
Well, I would argue that the mental mind fucks that black people do to not blame black women. 90% of the things y'all call racism is really black women.
You know, I bet you that black plumbers, electricians, foundation men, roofers, maybe roofers, but those guys very rarely face racism. I bet you if an American man walked in a racist man's house and that man got a sewer back up, he gonna get over that racism real quick.
Nobody
Yep.
cares.
Damn right about
They're
that.
not- he's not thinking
Yeah,
about that. When you put your green money down, you do not care. You recognize patterns. It's like this. Some little white boys were cutting my yard. They were doing okay, but the Mexicans I saw cutting the lady grass across the street was just a whole lot better. And it wasn't against the little white boys or nothing. I was just like, man, I can get a little better rate because these motherfuckers probably illegal. They only want cash. And
it
hey,
reminds me of the Booker T. Washington W.E.B. Du Bois argument, where Booker T basically was saying black folk will earn not only a position in this country, but just general respect in this country by mastering the basic skills that every country, every society finds indispensable, all the blue collar jobs. And WE wanted to take a little bit more of a high minded approach, I suppose, to, give it, to give honor to his argument,
Oh
whatever.
yeah, the classic.
He was a commie. Still, he was a
It
commie,
was
but
funny.
still, the
Yep.
thing is that was the general disagreement. But I think being an adult and being somewhat worldly at this point in my life, I see the value in that approach because it is relatively indispensable. You can be as racist as you want, but if you need me, I set the price, bro. It's just the way it is.
Hey, Hood, man, nothing has turned me more and really hurt me more than anything than spending thousands upon thousands of dollars in the hood with Hispanics and whites to do
I
basic
get it.
things,
I get
to
it.
do basic things that black men did it, hanging
With
around.
why does
12 year
that
old
hurt
boys.
you though? But why does that hurt you, John?
Well,
No, because you want your tribe, as it were, to
yeah, I
be
disagree with
better
that, man.
than it is,
Are you
but you
talking
just
about
accept that
black
it's not.
honesty?
We
No,
just
You
that's
accept
not.
talking
that
about
we accept
history?
that it is what it is. But we cut John off though.
My
No,
bad.
your tribe is your last name.
Well,
True, true,
to
true.
an
But
extent.
I don't want to argue the point. Finish your point, John.
I think the rest of the world doesn't see it like that, man. Like I hire a plumber, a Hispanic plumber, and I say, "Yo, man, who gonna patch this hole up? I got somebody for you. I got yeah. The plumber come and I need an electrician. He got somebody for you, man. They got a closed network, man, and the black people, you know, just I think the whole program don't do business with friends and family. The whole world sees it opposite of that,
Yeah.
and the black folk,
Okay.
they figure that out, man.
No,
No,
no.
I disagree.
Real quick, Dirty. Before y'all jump in, let me just say this. I know where people want to go with the black identity, but
No, I want to go.
whatever this thing is that people would call Black American culture, it is fundamentally broken in ways like what John just described. Right, there is a lack of not even just unity in the way they use it in the media, but a fundamental practical usefulness to one another that would actually allow you to build and grow outwardly. Like there's something missing there.
Okay, so I'm the oldest motherfucker up here. I'm about to turn 50. I think I'm the oldest one. But like even when I was
Oh, you.
little, it was nigger rigging. If you hired a black person to come to the hood and do work, the work would take forever. And I was like, man, what does nigger rigging mean?
See, there's
You're adding
part of
to my point.
Yeah.
that's
Because
kind of
here's the
that's kind of part
okay,
of the
go on.
issue.
Yeah, you're adding
So
to my point. There's no culture of expected excellency amongst each other.
Trey just outed himself as the honorary boomer. of the
Hey,
I'm
channel.
not a boomer, man. I'm fucking Gen X, man. What the fuck
no,
you talking
but here's
about?
the thing. But besides a nigga, because my there's a fascination with black people to want to be the only good man, and I watched that with the boomers heavy. I watched my dad try to fire everybody I hired to hire white men who hired black dope things. He's like, black people can't do no work. They're gonna nigga rig it. So you get a white boy who hired black dope things. All right, boomer thing to do, right? The like I have that personal network. It's not a black network. It's the fact that I talk to a lot of people and I crack jokes and so I know somebody that does everything. There's never anything I don't need that I don't be like, it's your boy. They be like, nigga, I
Well, well, I'll
Well,
give you an example of how this works because everybody talks about Chinatown and Taiwan Town and all these places, Little Mexico Town. I say this: go to like Thailand, go to like out there where DJ Kuda's at, and take about 15 or 16 American men. Like race doesn't even matter. There's 16 American men whose values align with yours. Get like 2 or 3 wives each, get a whole bunch of acres, and build a compound. Guess what?
well,
Now you got Little America over there. That's how it works.
don't need no little America
That's
over there.
how.
I could beat a bitch right here. I'm not running from these ass
No, no,
whoopers,
no,
bro.
no,
I
no,
could
no.
beat
Don't
a
look at
bitch
the
right here.
passport bro aspect. Dirty. I'm saying comparing it to like Chinatown and the over here in the U.S. That's when you go to these other countries, they call it American Town,
I get what you're saying.
Americanville.
Yeah, that
well,
makes sense.
I just want to quickly build off of what John was talking about when he was saying like you shouldn't have to pay that much money. I'm not sure if it was Dirty or Hood that said a while back was like whatever happened to like the crackhead alley mechanics
That's
and
how that was definitely
tradesmen.
me. Because I was
Yeah,
riding through alleys one day
yeah,
for like
like
an hour.
what?
Like, ain't nobody fix my brakes. What happened to the alley
Yeah,
mechanic?
like whatever happened to them? Like we got to make them great again.
No more dads
I
to
think
pass them skills down.
I think what's happened to the Allen mechanics is that they've been replaced by the more formal, more skilled Hispanic mechanics. You get a dent in your car. Shit, this is Hispanic working in the AutoZone parking lot that'll beat that dent out of your car right there
I,
in the
I,
parking.
I get that, but I got the big homie Rufus for that. Like I said, I know somebody, but here's no. What happened is, and I think Trey was right. The skills don't get passed down. At some point, right? You gotta see how quick the mind fuck went, right? So the silent with the civil rights generation, silence generation,
Well,
right?
so
They
I'm
passed down the skill, the wealth, and the hustle to the boomers. The boomers
so
hated
so
they parents for it, but they passed down the hustle to Gen X. But they didn't hustle down the skill set. They didn't pass down the skill set, just the hustle.
What they passed
so
down was this mindset right here. Pull Suspicious's comment up about Thailand, if you could, Hood. This is the mentality right here that was passed down. If you could just pull that comment up, where he
so
says that foreigners can't buy property in Thailand. That ain't the point. You get like I said, you get 16 brothers. White, black, Asian, don't matter. They just American with the same values. And I said, what do? You go over and you pull 2 or 3 women each. Like, do the math. If you want property in somewhere, you figure out a way to get it. But nigga, the nigga mentality now is, oh man, it's too hard. The government ain't giving it to me. My daddy was never around to show me. Oh, blame the white man in slavery.
so
Versus just going out there and figuring out a way to get it.
Yeah, I
so
figured out a way to
like
grab property in the Philippines, bro. It's not hard. There's restrictions, bro, but if you can read, you can get through the restrictions. Ain't
so
nothing.
back to what I was saying. It's like Dirty and John. Yeah, I say make these
Make
backyard mechanics, etc., and
make alley
tradesmen
mechanics
great
great
again.
again. I'm with that.
Yeah, because the last time I had to get my car fixed, it was like I was quoted like fucking it was like 2,500, 3 grand worth of repairs. I got it fixed for 200. I'm just
Bro,
saying.
I ain't paying 200.
I had a girl, and here's the
he,
thing.
he did everything.
Now you don't know what you don't know, right? So I had a girl come to me talking about she couldn't go on a date with me because her car was overheating. She needed a water pump, and it cost like $250. And I'm like, sure, if you get to me, I'm gonna let my guy look at it. So she made it to me somehow. I had my boy look at it. He was like, she just need a thermostat. Thermostat was $8. He charged me $10 to put it on.
That's some
You don't
bullshit.
you
No,
don't
no, that's real. That's real.
No, I get it because
That
it wasn't actually
yeah.
the thermostat. It was like the sensor or some shit. Not the water pump. I mean, it wasn't the pump. It was
It
like a
wasn't the
sensor
pump.
or some shit.
It was
Yeah,
like
the
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 system.
thermostat gets stuck closed, and
Yeah.
people think it's the water pump, and it overheats.
Yeah.
And
But
they
here's
Two
the
weird
thing. But
shit you
here's the
learn
lack of
only in
a man.
automobiles.
Yeah, the lack of a man. A man, before a true man is going to get on YouTube, pull the old books out of the AutoZone with the whole diagram and figure out what's wrong before he takes it down to, either Julio or the crackhead mechanic so he don't get scammed. But man, hoes ain't going to do that. And niggas raised by hoes ain't going to do that.
Bro, on the flip side, I'm in advanced auto, bro, buying like a wrench set or something. And a girl came in with her boyfriend. Of course, she was driving. He was in the passenger seat. The cigarette lighter didn't work, right? I guess he was trying to charge their phone, but the cigarette lighter didn't work. So she's trying to explain it to the people at Advanced Auto. They're telling her you need a fuse. She's like, what's a fuse? He like, yo, fuses, they come in different sizes, 5, 10, 25. Like, what size fuse you need? I don't know. It's like, go in your car, look for the fuse box, find out what fuse is blown. I don't know what the fuse box at. She got a whole nigga with her. This nigga don't know shit. Pants tight as shit, but somehow his knees, he got dreads and shit. He don't know nothing. So I'm like, look, shorty, your fuse box is probably open your driver's door. It's probably on the side, like, or your steering wheel. Like, oh, you know what I said? Would you fix cars? Shorty ain't no fucking mechanic. I just helped you out. I'm going. I got my own problems, and I left her there. But the fact that this little nigga didn't know where a fuse box was, bro. And fuses, how
Well,
much fuses? Like $4
well,
for a pack of four.
Well, whoever was the mechanic should have charged her for premium washer fluid. And
bro, I'm gonna charge you for an engine. I'm like, you need an engine replacement.
We're about to tap out at 4 hours here, and it's getting late over. I got to get up and do stuff tomorrow, man. I want to wind this thing down. But I will say this: John Galt has a channel. They run an interesting kind of format because they got a couple of people who have access to the reins over there, and they basically run like a 24-hour channel. And so it's basically just a 24-hour Panna. And it goes from, whatever topic that comes up. And you know how conversations just tend to meander into whatever territory. And so what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to drop the link to John's channel. Because like I said, it's 24-hour live stream. So they're always going. And I'm going to wind this thing down. But if you guys are just up and hanging out, there's something else going on YouTube. So I do want to kind of kick the ball over to somebody I know as opposed to just letting you guys go wander
well,
off into the wilderness.
well, Hood, like what I was saying earlier in the chat, it's like y'all need to figure out the raid function, man. It's on YouTube Studio, bro. All you got to do is just
Yeah, you just told me that for the first time today. I had no
yeah.
idea.
I missed it.
That
What did he say? What did he say? Hood,
a
I missed
raid function. There's like a button that
There's
will directly
there's
funnel people to the
it's
next
it's
show.
yeah, like it's a raid function. I actually only found out about it about like maybe a week or two ago. So I didn't know it was on YouTube. I thought it was only a Twitch thing. But basically, like yeah, it funnels like your audience over to the next channel automatically.
Hey, Hood, man, I dropped a message in Telegram about that, man. See, you peeped the pin message in Telegram, bro. I was talking to everybody about that today, and I'm gonna like do some exploration while I'm on this cruise.
Yeah, if you learn how
Which,
to figure it out, put me on. We need somebody to crack the code on that.
yeah,
It's
I'm gonna give
late.
you a call. Your
I'm
number
explore.
still the same?
You
Your
just
number
gotta
still the
go to
same?
you. It's just
That number actually is long dead. I'll reach out to you. I'll
Okay,
have to give you my actual number. That was that was a throwaway
okay,
number.
bet. Yeah, but wish me luck, y'all. I'm going on a Carnival cruise after Kamala gets lost out of Galveston, bro. The tears.
bro, I want to go, bro. Like, do I have to have a cat lady? Look, cruises are where you go. Cruises are the new Freaknik. Once you hit 35, y'all, cruises are
well,
like water Freaknik.
Hood gotta
Yeah,
go.
I'm
So I'm
gonna
gonna
do a
go to
cruise
John's
myself
shit.
one of these days.
I want to do
Yeah,
a cruise with the guys so we can just hit up all the cougars that be cruising. We going
Yeah,
surfboard.
I'm not doing no Sesame Street cruise. I want a horror cruise.
I'll record footage, y'all, of the tears of the Kamala tears on this cruise. Y'all take it easy.
I
It's
am.
full of
Yeah.
lonely milfs. But anyway, we're gonna wrap this one up, man. I'm dropping a link. I'm spamming my chat with John's link, y'all. So if y'all still hanging out, roaming these YouTube streets, this is safe shelter. Listen, be fair, be warned. This is not the gulag. This is a totally new group of people, so you're gonna have to go in there and make your way in. Just figure it out. You know, we're all adults here. Figure it out, man. But shout out to John. I appreciate you hosting me so much. I know I'll be coming up there picking fights and starting shit with fucking Stanley, man. Every time I say Stanley's name on the show, I gotta say fucking Stanley because he's fucking annoying. And I want to like the guy, but I kind of naturally, I feel like a natural hate and antipathy builds up. But you know, he's friendly, so it's hard to genuinely hate a friendly guy.
He's a nice person, but you know he's a liberal, so he has to act like he don't know things. You know, that's how
Yeah, fucking liberals, man. Fucking Stanley, man. Anyway, man, we gotta get up out of here. Shout out to John, man.
Hope you come over tomorrow and see you on the stream.
Well, yeah, today. I'm gonna go to sleep or whatever, but I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace out, man.
See you later.
Hey, shout out to everybody who came through tonight, man. Thank y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for donating to the show, man. I thank you so much for contributing to this thing we do over here. I think I'm settling into the fact that I will never be officially monetized, at least not on this channel. I'm gonna try to work out some other things when I find the time to do other projects, but home base, it is what it is, and you guys keep this thing alive over here. And so I can never thank you guys enough because like I said before, I respect the fact that it's real people who donate dollars and cents to this show. And I'm a real guy who gets up and earns dollars and cents the whole fashioned way. And so and I appreciate that. And so, you know, can never thank you guys enough for being out here and listening and supporting the show. But we got to get up out of here. I feel my voice starting to crack. I feel like I've been talking a lot today. Yeah, I'm done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done.